Welcome back. So, Equivalent Exchange updated a little while ago for version 1.1 of Minecraft, and it's significantly significantly better balanced. It's pretty well balanced, in fact. So, what I'd like to do is today I'm going to take some of this UU matter, and we are going to make, first we're going to need a diamond, and actually, now that I think about it, yes, I have diamonds. So, today we are going to make a philosopher's stone, and to make a philosopher's stone, you need glowstone, which somehow I don't have, even though I live in the Nether. Crazy, I know. Fortunately, we do have some UU matter, which is quite useful because you can make glowstone with it. I just need to figure out how. So I am going to look it up and then I'll be right back. Okay, so the recipe for glowstone is like so. I'm going to grab some of that, and then we are going to place it down and break it, and that should be enough for what I need. So the recipe for the philosopher's stone is now a diamond surrounded by redstone and glowstone. So now we have our philosopher's stone. The philosopher's stone you may recognize from my previous Let's Play. I did a lot of work with it because it was used for transmuting items, and it had... Oh, you're still mad at me. That's just a shame. I'm gonna have to take care of him. Alright, I need to head back and kill that jerk. So I'm gonna pause it while I head over to my nether base again. Okay. The pigmen weren't too pleased with me because there was one in my base and I decided to dispatch him, and his buddies weren't pleased. I didn't realize there was one so close to me on the roof up here. So hopefully I didn't really lose anything of real value. I probably could have taken the opportunity to show you one of the features of the Philosopher's Stone. But anyway, I should probably also make this ridiculous ladder a little bit less dangerous. So, it still has one of the same features it's always had, which is to transmute mobs, which apparently I'm not able to do right now. I think you might need redstone or coal or something like that for it. Let's see what we... Oh, goodness. Silly ghasts. Okay, so we need redstone. Let's make some redstone and see if that's what we need. Uh-oh. It's not what we wanted. Wow, it uses a lot of redstone, doesn't it? Well, that's okay. I got to show you what it does. It still transmutes. It looks like 12 redstone to transmute a mob, which is quite a bit. But as far as I know, it can be powered with your Kleinstar, which is a lot cheaper in Equivalent Exchange now, so that's good. However, the Kleinstar no longer gives you bonuses to the amount of EMC, or Equivalent Exchange energy, basically, that you get in your relay by putting items into it. So, in fact, the only way to get EMC for free is with collectors, and they don't give you a ton, but they do still upgrade your fuel-based items, which is good. Now, in addition, the Philosopher's Stone has different modes of transmuting, and we're going to do cube. Okay, if you right click, you see it will transmute, and if you do it again, cobble becomes stone and stone becomes cobble. Now you can also hold shift and transmute from stone to, or I'm sorry, from cobble to grass, or from stone to grass. And then if you let go of shift, grass will become sand, which will become grass again. Okay, so I want stone, and you can press V to charge it up once and do larger areas. Okay, you could press V to charge it up again and do even larger areas, and V to charge it up again, and so on until you're at max, and it will transmute everything for you into, not everything, but, and you can see I messed that up there. So the cool thing about that is you can use it to turn any of your materials while you're mining directly into sand, and then just drop the sand over, say, like lava if you need to. Oh, I forgot that was even there. So let's see, here's some lava over here. So for instance, if I needed to get across this, I could hold shift, turn that into dirt. Okay, and let's hold shift and hit V to charge this back down, and then change our mode to in a line. Okay, now if I transmute again, you see, and all that dirt falls, and then you just clean up the dirt, and you've just cleared up a whole bunch of lava with no problem. Nice and easy. Also cool for killing enemies. Just do the same thing. So you want to do it in a panel. You hit that and see just that one section. So there you go. Took care of the lava nice and quick. So let's see what else. You can also still, let's see, you can hit C to get a crafting table out of it, and that's at any charge level. Even at max, it gives you the crafting table only. The transmutation table or transmutation grid is now actually on another item, which we will also be getting, but probably not this episode. That depends quite a bit. Now, another cool item that you can get from Equivalent Exchange is, let me see if I can find it. They're called divining rods, okay? And oh, here they are. Okay. So the first divining rod is made with just convalescence dust and a stick, okay? And I believe this is the weakest convalescence dust, made with just cobblestone and charcoal, okay? And charcoal can be made from coal, actually. 4 charcoal is equal to 1 coal. So if we were to find 1 coal anywhere in here, then I could turn that into charcoal. And obviously you can just cook up some logs to get coal as well. And it's pretty simple. So now that we have our philosopher's stone, I can access the crafting table anywhere. So first we're going to need some charcoal. Okay, so here's some charcoal. We're going to need 1 of that and 8 cobblestone. And now we have this. We just place it like so, and we get our divining rod. Now there are multiple divining rods, so let's take a look at the other versions. But first I'm going to show you what this does, okay? And the way this works is, I believe you just right-click. So this will tell you what the value is, and it can't be charged. Okay, and this is the weakest divining rod. So that was actually, what, 15, 26, 16... And this uses fuel, by the way, as far as I know. It's using my coal and charcoal right now to do this. But I think I am going to want a better divining rod. So the next thing we do is we make this next level convalescence dust from iron and redstone, okay? But of course, first I'll need to get some redstone, okay? And to do that, you can put coal. Actually, you know what? I'm mistaken. That makes alchemical coal. I believe we're actually going to have to find some redstone. Or, since I'm lazy, we will simply make some redstone. Okay, so redstone, and I'm also going to need iron. I don't think you can... No, you can't do that. Iron I probably will have to find. Unless I want to make it as well, but then I would be making the ore. And I don't want to deal with that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back up to base and just grab some of my iron that I have up there. And I will be back. I should probably fill in this deadly death trap that I managed to put at the bottom of my ladder here. Fortunately, I usually come down this way, so it doesn't really end up mattering. So, I just wanted you guys to see that awesome trap down there that I made for myself, because I was going to dig down there, because from what I can tell, diamonds actually spawn a lot lower than they used to, so I was going to dig down and see if I could find some diamonds down there. Ended up seeing the lava and didn't really feel like dealing with it, and didn't end up doing that. So after I get some some iron, I will be back. Alright, so I've got some iron and some redstone, which gives us convalescence dust. Okay, and I'm going to toss this for now. And we make the next level of divining rod the same way as we made the last one, but instead of a stick, we just put our previous divining rod in there. Okay, now this divining rod has a greater range, and it will tell you the EMC of the best item that it was able to find in the distance that it was able to search. Okay, and this searches these search in the direction that you click, so this should be pretty low. These are all going to be fairly low, and if I do down, I have a chance of finding more. You see there was an 8. Okay, now I really want to have the best divining rod available, and to do that we are going to need a diamond and some coal. Fortunately, we do have our UU matter with which we can make ourselves a diamond, and we have some coal. So here is our convalescence dust. We will put it in the same shape again and place our divining rod in there, and I believe this searches down 64 blocks. I'm not 100% certain. But as you can see, the best found was 256, and it also tells you the second and third best down. So this is excellent for use with the miner, because it gives you more information than the OD scanner does. As you can see, that's 128. 320 is not bad. Let's see, 128 there. Here's our miner over here, and you would expect that to be fairly low because of the fact that we've already mined that area out. Over here is 256. And what you want to look for is a best found of like 8,000 something, because that's diamonds. And I'm not really sure what the range on this is, but I might just not be close enough to the... I believe it's 64. I'm not positive. So regardless, this is best used at bedrock, or close to bedrock. You can check each direction as you go, and then you can use the destruction catalyst, which we're going to make as well. I'm going to need, let's see, I'm going to need more coal for that, I believe. So I am going to see if I can find a deposit of coal, check my miner, probably have some in there, and I'll be back. Okay, I did want to point out that I did find a spot that has a best value of 16,384. Now, I did mention that 8,000 something was diamond. I do have red power 2 installed as well, though, and the value of tungsten is 16,384. So that means that in that little area over there, if I were to go down, I would find tungsten at some point down there. But for now, we're not going to do that. I am still looking for some coal, and I'll be back. Another thing I wanted to point out is that I have a horribly bad habit of pronouncing this convalescence dust for some reason. It's convalescence dust, and I do know that, and a long time ago I used to call it convalescence dust, and it's been a long time since I've made anything in this mod, and I actually knew the right name for it and just keep mispronouncing it out of habit. So I did look up the recipe for the transmutation tablet, and it's actually fairly simple. So I would like to make one of those, and that would actually be a much faster way of getting some coal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I could find, if I have like a stash of obsidian somewhere, or I may just, I'm thinking I might just head down, and there was some lava down there, and I could just turn that into obsidian and harvest that up. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be back. Okay, so now we have some obsidian and some stone. I'm going to make sure I've got this recipe right. Alright, and oh, what was the last item you need? You need your philosopher's stone, okay? And that will give you the transmutation tablet. So I'm just going to put it down right here for now. And if you right click on it, it gives you the old familiar transmutation grid. But it's a little bit different. You can see it says no lock up here, and what that means is if I put fuel in there, and you see it said learned, now it knows coal, okay? But you can only transmute coal or other fuels into other fuels, okay? So let's teach it some more fuels, because you can only get, redstone is still considered a fuel, by the way. You can only get the things that it already knows how to make, okay, out of your transmutation grid, okay? So you can see it doesn't say anything in there because it doesn't know how to make anything that is worth 64 or less. That's a fuel. You can see coal is 128. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to teach it, first of all, we're going to teach it charcoal. Okay, so let's put charcoal in there, and we can get coal out of that, you see. And then we also want to teach it alchemical coal, okay. And in fact, I'm going to make 3 of that. Alright, and I am going to need one more, so let's see. Not sure this is going to work how I want. No, of course not. Well, that's alright. So, then you can see that alchemical coal becomes Mobius fuel. We just don't have enough of that right now. So, for now, we'll put alchemical coal in there, and now it knows how to make alchemical coal. So what I can do is I could put alchemical coal in there, and this center thing is a target. Okay, that will make it so that the item that you're targeting appears on the grid as long as you have enough for it. So now I can just do this. Okay, and then I can put this in here, get that back. And as you can see, I now have enough to be able to make Mobius fuel. So now we have Mobius fuel. So let's teach it how to make Mobius fuel. Okay, so let's get redstone out of that. Okay, so now if I want, I can put in 4 alchemical coal and get Mobius fuel out of it. This can also be taught regular matter, alright? stone brick, stone, gunpowder, okay, and we also want to make a destruction catalyst. So I don't have any sand right now, but as you've seen, because of the power of the Philosopher's Stone, sand is pretty easy to get. Though I live on a beach, so we won't even be needing that. Okay, so now we have some sand. Not sure it'll be enough. Let's grab some more, because we are going to be needing some TNT. I'm not sure I've ever made TNT for you guys before, so I'll show you the recipe for that as well. It's a vanilla item, so most of you probably already know it, but for those of you who don't, it's a fairly simple recipe. So the recipe for TNT is sand, and I believe it's like this, and gunpowder, like so. Oh, the sand you need 5 of, I think. I'm wrong. It's the gunpowder you need 5 of. So, there you go. So that's TNT right there. So, let's see. What can I get rid of here that I don't care about? Well, there. That solves that. And we'll get rid of that for now. So, now what we can do is we can go and teach our transmutation grid how to make TNT. Alright, so we'll put the TNT in here, put sand in here, let's see, put gunpowder, I believe I've already done that, and glowstone, it'd be nice for it to know glowstone, and that's considered a fuel, by the way. Convalescence dust is considered matter, or convalescence dust, excuse me. The divining rod, I don't believe you can teach it, okay? You can't teach it any of the power items that you make. You can teach it sugarcane and bone and all kinds of useful stuff. And you might even be able to shift-click into it. You can. Okay, so buckets, be useful for it to know buckets. And another nice thing about convalescence dust is that you can use the appropriate convalescence dust for the item and repair that item. And I believe convalescence dust for iron is this. Yes. So it takes 2 iron to make an iron sword. That's how you determine how many convalescence dust you need for a fully repaired item. So that's extremely useful, since you can get way more convalescence dust out of one of that type of material than the material itself. That way you don't have to keep making new swords and so on. Okay, so the next thing I need is Mobius fuel, and I don't currently have enough fuel type items, I don't think. I believe glowstone might give me enough. Let's see, Mobius. That may be enough, actually. Yes, I believe that is enough. So, the next recipe I'm going to teach you is the Nova Catalyst, okay? The Nova Catalyst is very cool, and you may be able to teach that. Yes, you can teach that. So, the Nova Catalyst is similar to TNT. Let's see if I can find. Here we go. Alright, I don't want to blow it up anywhere near my base. And I'm starving. That's fine. Okay, so let me show you the Nova Catalyst. It's pretty cool. We'll put it right there. Put that there, and then, okay, cover it up, and we'll put a button. Alright, button. And let's see, we'll toss that for now. Put our button on there, and click it. And you don't actually have to back up, that's just a habit. And all your items just appear at your feet. Actually, I'm not sure what the story with this is. This is not what I'm used to. So, I've got my button and all kinds of... Oh, I see. Okay, so equivalent exchange now drops things in that little black thing. And that's just all of your matter compressed that you got. And that eliminates lag for you, which is extremely useful. So I'm already running into a problem. You can see my inventory, as usual with me, is extremely full. So I think that one of the next items I'm going to want to build is the Gem of Eternal Density. We are running out of time though, so I may just have to show you that later. So let's see. I am going to see if I can figure out what I want to show you guys next, and I'll be back. Okay, so I can now show you the Destruction Catalyst finally. I've got everything I need here. Some Mobius fuel and some Nova Catalysts all around a flint and steel, and that gives you the Destruction Catalyst. Now the Destruction Catalyst, as far as I know, has not changed much. It still destroys a large amount of area based on its charge, as you can see, but it drops these little black balls, and that's your compressed matter, okay? So you can charge it up, and it will give you a much larger area. I need to teach torches to my transmutation grid over there, but you get the idea, and I've just created a wonderful little spot for monsters to spawn in and come and pick on me, so I should probably cover this up. So the Destruction Catalyst is extremely useful if you have a divining rod, because you can go down. Leave me alone, monsters. No one loves you. Go away. No one loves you. I should really think about, cleaning up my inventory some, but I don't even know. So clean up some of this stuff here. I taught the Transmutation Grid Sapphires and a bunch of other stuff. It doesn't look like you can teach it Nether Brick yet. That'll probably change in the future though. So I taught it leather and some food as well, so that's good. So I don't have to worry as much about my farm outside, because now I can just use my transmutation grid. So for now what I want to do is jump down here and go down my little tunnels, and I believe that diamonds spawn much lower now, so I am actually going to dig down a little further here. Okay, and actually I think I'm going to charge this up some, and as you can see, gravel turns to sandstone, which is really cool, by the way. Okay, so I am going to use this, okay, and as you can see, there's diamonds there, so I'm going to use this here, and also, let's see, where did the little thing end up? Did I already pick it up somehow? Yeah, it looks like I did. Alright, so the divining rod can go 64 in a 3x3 panel in any direction, which is why it took the second try before I got the diamonds that we knew were there. Okay, so now what I need is torches, because I managed to forget to bring anything like that. So what I can do is, actually I don't think, yeah, that won't work. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to have to go back up, get myself some coal. But that is the Destruction Catalyst and the Transmutation Grid, the Philosopher's Stone, and Convolence Dust, and the Divining Rods. So it's probably a pretty long episode. And if you guys ever want to chat me up or ask me any questions or anything, you're welcome to come talk to me in the chat, which is in my description. And thanks for watching.